just wanna be free with my people to prosper and hold it down. Don't you sit and wait, contemplating on a revolution. The time is now. I just wanna be free. 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 Can't you see? I just wanna be free.
Okay. Another episode of the Things I Wish I Knew About Money podcast. I'm your host, Camille Smith, and today is a special tribute. It is a holiday in Canada, so big up all the folks that are celebrating Canada Day. This is a pre-recording because we want to enjoy the holiday and all that stuff. But most importantly, I managed to have a lovely guest on that wants to bring excitement and inspiration that he normally does when I speak to him. So, Dr. Vibe, welcome back, sir.
Well, thank you for corralling me on the show. And I did have to do this, right? I guess I'm gonna make not gonna be on show 200 now because you got me on 99 and you got me on before 200. So you're gonna say, "Oh, you were on too much." So you've corralled me. What is going on, everybody? Hope all is well. Dr. Vibe here, host and producer of the award-winning Dr. Vibe show, the home of Epic Conversations. And I'm the host of Epic Conversations 2020 Best Podcast News Award winner. Yes, legitimate.
Okay,
And
yes.
2018 Innovation winner given out by the Canadian Ethnic Media Association. Also co-host and co-produce the only online show in the world for dads and fathers. It's sponsored by Dove Men Plus Care, and being part of that team for a few years, but especially in 2022 and 2021, reached out directly and indirectly over 100,000 fathers and men around the world. And as always, I'd like to say you're blessed, highly favored, a magnet for miracles, and a solution for someone's problem. Let's get it.
Yes. I appreciate, so I want everyone to welcome you back. It is episode, I believe. Golly, I'm trying to remember. I think it's
So, folks,
135.
petition Dr. Vibe for show 200 starting now, please.
Actually, that's a good
Because I know
one.
I know that Cam is not going to allow me to be on 200, but I'm going to see if the audience can push that.
Listen, I whatever the
I'm
folks
putting
want
I'm
is
putting
what
in my
they get.
request from
Actually,
now. I'm
oh,
putting my request in from
you know
now.
what? It could be a group thing, so that especially with this lovely platform,
I
which
don't care. I don't care.
you.
I don't care. I don't care if it's no. You're moving away from the conversation topic, right? Look, whether it's group thing or individually, let's see if she
You want
can
to be.
allow me. Like she allows me to come on. She doesn't ask me. She allows me, family, to come on her platform.
But I'm very honored for you to be here because I feel like okay, first of all, where has the time gone? We are already in
Yeah,
the
halfway through. Yeah, it's right crazy how fast this year is gone. And as I go on in this journey called life, it just goes really, really quick. Like it's halfway done already. And if you're in the greater Toronto area, we've had the smoke and the heat and the haze. But in another, but remember too, the days are already getting shorter because we're already into summer. So the days are already getting shorter. So that means time is really flying.
it
You know?
is. But I'm enjoying this. I'm trying to enjoy the summer as much as possible.
Yeah,
But at
you're staying
least
away from me, right? Okay, go
stop
ahead.
this. I seen you many times at events. This yeah, this first half alone, we've bumped into each other at least
No, I've had the honor of bumping into you. Please phrase it
three.
correctly.
You had the honor. I believe like what, three times?
So,
Could be
folks, we
three.
will talk a little bit of money because I know that's what you're here for. So we can talk about financial stuff. So we can jibber jabber all we want, but I know people want to hear about dollars and cents.
Dollars. Well, I first want to discuss about the success that you've had in the first half, because I feel like, and here he goes again, me. I feel like when it comes to businesses, you're so silly. When it comes to business, to show the good side and the bad side just shows folks that we are human. And even though we've, have these experience every year, there's different things that happen throughout the years and stuff. And I think it would be a great time, especially because in my eyes, you have so many successful stories, because I follow you on IG and I watch you every Monday and Friday, but we won't say how.
On the morning vibe, on the
We won't
morning
say
vibe, we
when.
won't say
We
how.
won't say
No,
when.
no, no, no. Just say watch. Okay, leave it at that.
Exactly.
Let's say watch. Okay, let's just leave it
Yeah.
at that, please and thank you.
But I have heard all the great networking events that you have gone. So I really wanted to know, your story of how this year's gone so far.
I think there's been a lot of wins. I don't like using the
Nice.
word success. There's been a number of wins, small
Okay.
and big, and
Mm-hmm.
it's actually interesting. A lot of the wins are happening through me, not because of me.
Explain.
So even explain. So for those who may or may not know, I'm blessed to have a lot of interns that work with me for short periods of time. And there's a
Mhm.
gentleman who is, long story short, he goes to Toronto Metropolitan University, and Toronto Metropolitan University every year has what they call their internship mixer. And what that
Mm-hmm.
is that they have organizations like myself and
Mm-hmm.
organizations like CBC, Canadian Broadcasting Network. Also, one other thing, it is the 4th of July weekend in the US, because I know you have US audience too.
Yes,
So
yes, yes. Big up to
just
them
want to
as
make sure
well.
we, yes, thank
Of
you. You know,
course.
yeah. So getting back to the story, so the Toronto Metropolitan University has its network mixers where uh, employers like myself, of all different sizes, we
Hmm.
basically come on virtually, and students that are in their uh, radio and television and creative, I don't know, is it creative writing? I believe is the other program.
Nice.
And
Hmm.
basically, each one of the organizations uses about 2 or 3 minutes to give the who, what, where, what we do. And then
Yeah.
all after the organizations are finished, the interns and each organization gets their own breakout room, and students can come in and ask more questions about the organization and the opportunities, the internship opportunities are being offered. So there was this one gentleman, really liked what he did.
Yeah.
He had an experience in social media and also doing some campaign stuff, which was great. And then he
Hmm.
thought that he's from Mexico. He went back to Mexico for the summer, and he
Yeah.
thought, oh, wow, well, I really can't work with you because I thought, it was in face to face. Said, no, all the stuff I need is done virtually. Bam. So that has been a great alignment and relationship. And so if you
Nice.
see the overlays that are promoting my conversations on Instagram and or YouTube now, they've all been
Yeah.
done by him. And so the branding is
Nice.
becoming more, and he also is working on doing a Facebook campaign for my platform. But I found out this morning, I might as well
Hmm.
share. There's one of my wonderful colleagues when it comes to Joe's, a lady named Dr. Tachi, and she hosts a
Big up
program
talking
called
Dr. Tachi.
Mediascope, which is
Hmm.
the livest online show about media, tech, and pop culture. It's on Wednesdays from 5 to 6. She does it on Instagram Live, and then from 6 to 7, 7:30, she does on YouTube, Facebook, Twitch. Uh,
Twitch too?
I,
Golly.
yeah, oh yeah, whole different bunch of platforms. And
Hmm.
I've always been telling her, you need to get some help, especially now because she's just launched this new platform called Indie Soup Media. And I've
Yes,
always
yes,
told her about
yes.
interns, right? And the funny thing is, she has her PhD in mass communications family. So I'm saying, why aren't you doing this interns thing? So I said to her, Dr. Tachi,
Yeah.
Where do you need help with this launching of your new network? Da, da, da.
Mhm.
Oh, well, we need help with social media. So long story short, now this intern is not only going to be doing work for me, but for Dr. Tachi for the next
Oh, is
few
that so?
for the net for the, yes, he just told me today, and after this
Yeah.
conversation here, I'm going to be speaking with him. But he just told me today
Yeah.
that I'm just going to pull it up via, and I have to become oriented with WhatsApp, which I'm not. But he told me,
Well,
yeah, he
well,
said,
well.
no, he said, yeah, he is going to be helping with the creation of content for her platform this summer,
Nice. See,
and
and
he's going to be
that's
help.
that's a
That's a
win.
win. So not
Nice.
only it's a win through me, it's not my win, it's
Correct.
a win. Yes, I'm getting a win from, but also I'm helping someone else with the platform. So I'm getting really getting better and better
Mhm.
and getting wins through me.
I like that saying. Through me. Okay, I'm gonna have to write that one down because that one's
Yeah,
a
well,
really good
you've got one page, but I have about 10 of the things you've given me. So catch up.
one. You're so modest, I swear. Wins through me, not to me, correct?
Not wins through me, not for me.
For me. Thank you. Because I'm loving this banner thing, so I have to show. I love it so much. And you know what, folks? He is the reason why I have this platform because he's always like, why are you using Zoom? And I'm like, but I like Zoom. He's like, use this platform. You'll see the difference. And boy, do I ever. So I would like to thank you as well, sir.
Right back. Right back.
And
So yeah,
because
so that's one of the
so those
wins.
your wins. That's a big win
One of
or
them.
okay.
It's a win. Like even
Okay.
small wins. If I want to encourage individuals, I say celebrate even the small wins, because small wins lead to big wins,
That
right?
is right.
So that's the way I look at it. Yeah,
Message.
that's just a suggestion. And I even another win, two more. Mother win for me is I'm using the word suggestion.
Okay.
It's become part of my regular vocabulary, because
Mm.
I've realized that people don't like most people don't like to be told what to do. More and more I provide suggestions, so they decide. It's up to them if they want to take the information I'm sharing with them to the next level.
That's a great vocabulary to use because you are right. A lot of folks do not like to be told what to do.
Yeah, and even in well, look in the business that you do, right?
Mhm.
You can make it's better to make suggestions with you. And you and I have had some offline conversations about some
Mhm.
clients, right? Right? And
Indeed,
and I
indeed.
and right. So especially when you're dealing with their finances, you
Yeah,
suggest.
correct.
They have to make, because if you give them some bad advice, if you tell them to do something and it doesn't turn out good, you're the one that's
Oh,
liable, and they're going to come after you, right?
that's
So
true.
the
Yeah.
suggestion, that's so I say using the word suggestion has been
And I always
is
say on
becoming
this platform is also it's an educational purpose platform where I suggest information or provide guidance to certain things, and if you take the opportunity to use it, by all means. Um, but yeah, you're correct with that as well. Small wins
thank you
help
for your approval.
anytime. Small
You're
wins
welcome.
help make bigger wins. However, not discouraging that, but we also want to know one loss, one
Hmm.
L, so we
Yep.
could show that we are human as well. Because
Yeah,
everyone,
I'm having a challenge creating a for those in the industry, a sizzle reel. So basically it's a promo meal about myself and what I
oh,
do. And
okay.
I've asked a gentleman who I've known for 25 plus years, who has experience in doing that, to do it, and it just hasn't come to be. So I now just said to myself over the weekend, I went to my mentor and I said, what should I do? And he says, and I no, actually didn't. One time I said, look, it's not happening. I'm just going to do it myself. He says, sometimes you're just going to have to take the bull by the horns and do it. So not having that ready is holding back forward movement, because it's also holding back me presenting myself properly in my eyes to potential sponsors.
Okay. Even though in others' eyes we see you as pizzazz and amazing. Yes,
No,
yes.
no, 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 no. Look.
But you know
The
what?
only
We could
reason,
be our own enemy when it comes to being a critic and stuff. That's why.
no, the thing, you know what?
Mm-hmm.
As one of my mentors, George Fraser, said recently, he said, persistence is really key. And he
Mm,
said that you look at, like, you see rocks in a stream and eventually they wear down because of the water.
yes.
But the thing is, it's not because of how intense the current is, it's how consistent the current is that wears it down.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
And,
I like
and also too, saying that, um, I love challenges. Challenges are a good thing,
that.
right? Because if there's no challenge, there's no opportunity.
True. No lies
You know,
there.
so this is the teachings of Dr. Camille Smith that you're getting on the live here right now.
Folks, don't listen to him when he says these. These are the things he says to me all the time, and I'm like, I am honored to be an influence in your
And also
life.
too, when I'm out, when I'm out and I see her, she has an entourage. Like, people are always around this person.
Nah,
I'm
nah, nah.
telling
Don't
you.
say that, because then people will actually believe what you're saying. It's not true. When was the last event like that? I'll
Well,
wait.
and what see, and this also brings up another thing. Unfortunately, a lot of times that I'm honored to be in Ms. Smith's presence
Mhm.
live, facially, is that when people are transitioning.
Indeed.
Yeah,
Indeed.
yeah. So uh,
Indeed.
I really want to say this, and I know, even though it's supposedly a financial show,
But
your health is your wealth.
indeed, indeed,
Your
golly.
health is, and I'm especially speaking to melanated men. If you are 40 or over, take care of your health. And if you're 50 or over, get a colonoscopy.
And I want to double up on that. Not even if you're 40 or older, because I had a friend that passed, or sorry, transitioned last month, and he was 37.
Mm-hmm.
So uh
So, and I'm going to say this, just melanated people in period. When's the last
mhm.
time you went to your doctor? Now, people may think I'm out of, well, I am a little bit different. I go to my doctor every 3 months. And I've been doing that for at least 10 years. So after I have a checkup, before I leave
Yeah,
his office, I already have my next appointment booked. And I know enough people that when I say, do you have a doctor? They say no.
true. I do have a
And
family doctor, but
yeah, but the thing is, and too, especially the way the climate is changing when it comes to healthcare in Canada,
mhm,
I don't have a good feeling when people tell me they don't have a family doctor.
true. Because then how do we
Right.
able to have that history of like what's been going on and able to catch things
Well,
before?
yeah. And also, I'm very blessed that my dad and I have the same family doctor. And
Nice.
also, I'm going to encourage it more to, if you're
Mhm.
taking your health seriously, have you had a history of the
Yes,
health
sir.
challenges in your family?
Take a look. Golly.
Right. So your health is your wealth.
Indeed, indeed. Yeah. Whew. You just reminded me when how we were able to see each other second time in the year. But at least I was honored. I'm honored to know that you knew my godfather because he's an amazing person, hands down. So
Yeah.
big up yourself too for knowing him. Ha! And then let's see. So I will do a quick L or was what did you say? Obstacle or challenge. So I
Challenge.
so if anyone remembers my episode in the beginning of the year, I have had been having challenges with paying off some things. Golly. The interest
Let's
rates. Mhm.
let's stop right there.
Yeah.
So, family interest rates aren't going down. All right. So the bank, if you're in Canada, the Bank of Canada is saying that they're probably going to raise the rates at least probably, if not once, two more times this year. In the U.S., the Fed has said they are going to raise rates at least two more times this year. So don't think things are going to get any cheaper. And
Stop.
also, as we speak here on July 1st, if you're in Canada, Canada's now going to be putting a carbon tax on their gas, the gasoline you get put in your car. And they say that probably in the next few years, uh, the gas is going to go up 17 cents a liter. So whatever you're paying, so even bigger reason, start your own side gig, family, and then go to
Responsibly.
Dr. Camille Smith to get your business taxes done. Even
Well,
more so now.
self-employed. Because I have a story about that. I had an individual, so I've been blessed enough to be doing a lot of webinars, especially virtual, as of late, and they just drop in my
Oh,
lap, and I say
oh,
yes,
by the way, just wanted
yes.
to, the next time I see you, know what I'm gonna do? What I'm gonna bring?
Oh, which thing? The microphone? Oh, stop it! You're such a
And
oh
I'm going to
boy, to get
approach
my
you and I'm
autograph?
gonna
Yeah, you
go
know what?
this,
Yes,
and
talk
then
to
I'm
me
gonna say,
nice.
can you please, Dr.
Yes,
Camille, please, can you sign? And then the
yes,
next time I
actually,
come
yes.
on her platform, I will show you see what I got, family. You see what I got? Go ahead, please.
And I'm glad you say that because I want folks to talk to me nice, okay? Because not only have I been doing webinars with Black Moms Connection for like the longest time, very fortunate about that. Um, Empowered 4X and ACBN asked me to do a financial literacy series as well. So I've been doing that for last month. I've been doing that. And my last one is this month. And then Centennial College, I've been doing, I think I did 2 webinars with Centennial this
So
year.
as you
And I'm
see,
going to have
Echo
in person.
people, you better get a hold of her now because you know that she's looking for an agent.
I'm just, I want to say my wins because I feel like no one understands how crazy busy I am. And when they're like, "Oh, Camille did it." I'm like busting my ass trying to just be out there and all that good stuff. And I just want I want the recognition, but at the same time, I am humble enough to know that I have challenges as well. I did lose like a big client of mine, which was it made sense because I I couldn't be a full-time accountant for them or bookkeeper because of
Right.
my job and the business. So you know when you feel it coming? I was like, any moment now, they're gonna be like, Camille, I need someone that's available around these times. So I was like, I can't. I'm
Yep.
sorry. Back in the day I could, but I was like, you know what? It's a learning lesson and I understood. So as much as it hurt because they were very consistent with paying I had to know when to say ugh, right?
Well, it's interesting you mentioned that. There is a client that I've had for a while now, and I'm just getting a sense that I don't know if I'm happy with the relationship. So
Mm,
right now, I'm just seeing where it's going, but I've already onboarded. I've already brought on some other clients and making myself available to some other opportunities. So
yes,
to cover that, if and when that,
happens.
if and when that happens. So I'm
Hmm.
very blessed in regards to, as I said to Dr. Smith, I just onboarded 2 more clients in the last
Nice.
week.
What? See, folks, I want you all to know that he always mentions to me that I'm going to overpass his wins. I'll say wins, but he doesn't understand that he has more knowledge and opportunities to be able to flourish more than I do. I'm just here celebrating his wins as he goes along and
Stop
all that
it.
good
Stop it.
stuff.
All the webinars, this and that. This
But
organization,
you know,
Hard Forex, HDN, Centennial College. You know what? You know what? And I'm surprised she didn't tell us. She's been on the FitNats IQ 2023 tour.
what tour? There's no. Oh, like the events networking. You know which
Yeah,
networking
no,
thing
you're
I
touring.
missed?
You're
The collision. What is it called? Collision.
on the collision conference. Yeah, that's okay. You know what's interesting about going to these conferences is
Mm,
what do it does things come out of it. Now it all depends what intent you have. So I'll just
hmm.
share a quick thing. A few weeks ago, myself and Roger Dundas,
Hmm.
co-founder, publisher of BuyBlacks.com, and
Big up.
Charles Matthews, who does great stuff online too. We went to a conference called the Digital Day Camp and was put on by the Interactive Advertising Bureau.
Hmm.
And what it was basically a whole day talking about digital's impact on advertising. And there must have been about 200 people there. There were no more than 10 melanated people there. And I love that. I love that
Why?
because you stick out in a good way. And
Mm,
I
okay.
just go for it. Now, one of the now I don't people have the word networking, and Dr. Smith, she knows what I'm going to say when I the question is your networking? All
Hmm.
right. So we
Hmm.
came into the conference, and the first talk of the day was being there was a gentleman, melanated gentleman, who runs a fairly prominent ad agency. Roger knew him. It's all right. Roger knew him. I didn't,
Hmm.
but he introduced me to him. And
Nice.
within 24 hours, I sent him some contact information. They're running a plan. They're actually running a offering
Set
to disadvantaged people who want to get in the media business. Hey, if you need any help with it, let's have a talk and see if I can help with you. So
okay.
he's reached out to me on that. But then at the end of the day, there was a presentation done by a gentleman named Devin McDonald, who runs
Mm,
Canada's largest independent media agency, uh, Carnes O'Neill, and he was talking about one of his big clients, one of the organization's big clients is Kobo Reader, and he basically did a session where he showed how his organization used Chat GPT to
hmm.
come up with a media campaign. Chat GPT was one of the best presentations I've seen in a long time. So what did Dr. Vi do after? Because he's taught by Dr. Smith, had a conversation with him and asked him, see, big timer, you're talking about yourself. So we and long story short, he appeared on the Dr. Vibe show.
See it
He
there?
was
I
Dr. Smith's
watched it.
teaching.
I watched
It
it,
was
and it was
and it
amazing.
was like, and even if you don't are not in the advertising space, the
Hmm.
knowledge that this gentleman was sharing
Yeah.
was very, very good. And he was a really nice guy. And of course, after he finished, what did I do? Two things: thanked him, asked
Hmm.
him for a testimonial, and would he
Yes.
be interested in coming back? He said yes to all three.
I'm gonna tell
So,
you a
Dr.
joke.
Smith, thank you for your
No
teaching.
problem. And you know what? You were the one that suggested that the video testimonials, and I'm
I
waiting for
mentioned it
yours.
up to this week. I mentioned to both my clients, and when I showed it to them, they go, "Yeah, yeah."
I'm waiting for yours, but
I have been
it's fine.
asked. So
Asking you shall
when I
receive, right?
okay, so so just get ready. When I do mine, I'm gonna bow first, and then
I'll make sure I post it on social media as well, because I do see the value in social media and just like short clips, and I've learned that from you as well with like the shorts, that the YouTube shorts and the reels do get a lot of publicity and able to
well,
bring it.
it's interesting you mentioned that because when I was coming back from a conference earlier this week in Windsor, and we were looking at the responses to posts. Eh,
Mm. Hmm.
I don't know because we were looking at some pretty big media platforms, and they're only getting like 100 likes.
Fair, but
So,
I mean,
but you got to put yourself. You got to go where you're loved. That's what I would say.
oh God,
You
I
got to go where you're loved. So if you're not getting a lot of traction on a platform, maybe it isn't worth your while. Even up to last night with I had an intro meeting with a client I said, do you guys, they said they have got a bunch of email addresses. I go, great. Do you have a mailing list? Oh, we haven't done one yet. So I said,
golly.
I say suggestion, get a mailing list and use
Mhm.
it. Why is a mailing list good, Dr. Camille?
Because when you're I want to use the right word, when your community sees it, because you know I love to use community, sees it, they will be able to reach out to your business, and just also a reminder just to remember. I think having a mailing list and be able to provide information in a newsletter or such things like that, it reminds folks that hey, I'm here, I'm one of the options. Yeah.
I agree with that. I'll add on another great reason to have a mailing list. It's not controlled by an algorithm.
That too. Yes, 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 yes. So then, in
So
that case,
it's not controlled by an algorithm. So again, because we were looking at some posts and we were looking at posts with some media content providers and going, okay, they've got this many subscribers to their page and they're only getting this many likes to a post, which
hmm,
we'll have to, if I'm allowed to come back on, is now more and more brands are looking, when they're looking for support, they want to align with people who have smaller audiences because the message gets through faster. And the people who have lead large communities, I'm not a big fan of that. Well, I'll use that word in a non-melanated sense,
mm-hmm,
that when you have a small audience, they'll say, oh, well, the message will go through faster. Plus the person who's in ahead of the community
yeah,
has a good relationship with their audience. So they're more likely to look at it because they know, like, and trust the person who's the head of that community.
that's a fair observation. Huh?
Yeah.
That's fair.
Thank you
Golly.
for allowing me to say that. And thank you for the check mark. I don't get them much from you. So I take this as a special moment.
You know what? I see the time, and I want to respect your time because you are very value in fitness IQ.
Am
And
I?
yes, that's why I was
Well,
very happy. I was like, oh, praise Jah. Praise Jah. And thank heavens you don't have control of the banners, because I know. I know
what?
you'd be big foolishness. Oh no. And so then also, oh shucks. There's one thing I wanted to mention as well, but I wanted to talk about stocks because the first half, year to date, always shows how things are doing. But like I
NASDAQ, first
Nas,
half, over 30%.
I
Like,
saw
it's
AMD and I almost I
Yep,
almost
yep. And
fell out my
also
seat.
too, as we speak today, yesterday, what company, test quiz people, what company is now valued over $3 billion?
And if you have it,
I'd
you're
play
lucky.
Jeopardy music, but it would get blocked.
Do, 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 do,
Okay, there
do,
we go.
do,
You
do,
haven't sung for
do,
me before.
do.
That's
Oh,
wonderful.
stop this.
Is
So,
there
folks, if
something
anyone
wrong?
knows Apple, Apple is
I wish, you know
the
what we should have done. We should
mm.
have done it as a quiz, and the first person who emailed you or contacted you with the answer would get a complimentary consultation.
Oh, you know what? Tell me that
Okay,
off
actually,
mic.
I'm gonna put something out there. So
Okay,
I'm gonna have a question for the people who watch this here.
that's
So I'm gonna
listen.
give you a question, and
Okay.
then if you contact me by any of the means that Dr. Camille puts on the screen,
Mhm.
I'll give you a complimentary 30 minutes of something you can't buy back, my time. And notice I didn't
Golly.
say free, I said complimentary, which it has a value because I charge people usually for my time. But because I'm under the tutelage of Dr. Camille Smith, I'm doing a complimentary. So I'm going to give a good question here. All right.
Ooh, let's hear this
Okay. Here is the question.
one. Mm-hmm.
And you
I'll,
have to
I'll
probably
share.
watch my content. What city was I in earlier this week for a conference? And the funny thing is, I haven't posted anything. Well, you may have seen something. I haven't posted anything on Instagram, but because I have to catch up. But I was in a city earlier this week. I'm even a bigger hint. It was for a Black ecosystem conference. What city was Dr. Vibe in? So you know what? I'm
Mhm.
gonna let you contact Dr. Camille Smith, and
If you guys
if
are,
someone gets the right answer, complimentary half an hour, and it may either be my stuff or one of my mentors. I'll maybe share one of my mentors' videos. Who he has won 2 Emmy Awards, plus between him and his wife, they've raised over $4 million in sponsorship money over the
oh,
last 5 years through sponsors like Beats by Dre and Capital One. And who also, when he does an MC engagement down in the States, well, he's
mhm.
interviewed people like Robert Herjavec. He is also a member of Damon John's speaking bureau.
Mhm.
So that's who's directly mentoring me. So I get all his knowledge and I share that with people. But you can get one-on-one time with me, and also through video, I can give you one-on-one time with a lot of this pre-recorded stuff that will make you go, okay.
Well, dang,
And
I
then
wish
also,
I'd never known you to get this. I'm joking. I'm joking.
Woman in
Because I
Red.
obviously know the answer. Because
Dr. Smith actually shared with me today her favorite color is red. So now I
oh, you
have to have the red background because she's my mentor.
uh-huh.
All
Folks, well,
right, so I'm going to close it out here. I just say, everyone,
yes,
this is
yes. Thank
all the place where you can get a hold of me. Live your life as a dream. If you can dream it, you can make it. Sometimes you have to get small to get stronger. Block assumptions, aim bigger, aim better, aim higher, aim wider. Love, faith, and respect. And remember to give yourselves grace, and don't just manage your time, manage your energy. And another great nugget I've learned this year was at an event where a gentleman who used to be the vice president of Volvo worldwide was sharing about leadership and teams. You know what he said? One of many knowledge bombs he said,
mm,
if you have a good team, if you're the leader, if you have a good team, your team covers your blind spots.
and you know what? I don't know if folks realize some of the things that you mentioned today are things that I mentioned to them. So I'm glad to know such a
Your
lovely
team,
person.
if you have a good, and don't try to do it by yourself. If you're in this journey right now, what work can you get someone else to do so you can get your time back? Because wherever you are in the entrepreneur journey, you're really good at one or two things, but there's a bunch of other things that you're not good at that you have to be good at. find
Correct.
other people to help you with that, even interns. I'm complete. Stick me
Dr.
with a
Vi.
fork. I'm done.
Well done.
That's up to you.
Oh, you're so silly. No, I don't eat beef, sir.
I'm nice braised chicken.
This man.
And actually, this the city that I was in earlier this week. I went to
Mm.
West Indian shop. They had
Oh yes, you're supposed to
smoked.
tell me the name. Jerk
I'm not
chicken.
gonna tell them. Yeah,
Oh
smoked.
yeah, yeah, yeah.
It's
True,
called Diva's Delight in the city. That's the restaurant too. So I'm giving that away. It was the
true.
smoked jerk chicken was out of pounds. Had it at
God,
2 o'clock in the afternoon. Didn't eat for the rest of the day.
golly. I like. Mm-mm. Oh, damn. Well, toodaloo, sir. Thank you so much. I appreciate you, and we will talk again for sure.
When you have time for me. Thank you for
As
allowing me to
I.
be on.
All right.
Bye.
Bye. See you later, alligator. So I'm just gonna wrap up just 2 seconds because I have to talk about, I just want to recap what Dr. Vibe just said because it was really, really lovely. Um, you gotta like big up your small wins because that is essential, especially in a business, especially if you're an entrepreneur and you have your own business as well. Um, it gets crazy, and I've been learning a lot from that as well. And another thing, and I should have said it with him on. Um, you gotta realize who is there for you or who is looking for uh, a free handout or a charity. And I want to repeat, Fitness IQ Services is not a charity. So if there are things that I have provided that was free, please don't abuse that service or abuse my niceness for weakness because you don't want me to be a certain other way, correct? So that's one thing I want to recognize. But I'm really excited for the second half of the year because like I can see that the wins that I've had in the first half is going to strive me into greatness for the second half. And I do listen to the suggestions that Dr. Vibe mentioned and others, of course, to push through. So I'm really excited for what the second half is about to come for me. So hopefully y'all will be there and make sure you like oops woo. Make sure you like, comment, subscribe and all that good stuff and be able to share this with someone because I'm pretty sure there's someone out there that may feel discouraged and want that extra boost to realize what they could do. And make sure that all this information, I'm not giving you guys any hints, but what city was Dr. Vibe in earlier this week? I can't give you a hint because that's cheating. But when you email him or you email me or yeah, either comment, then you'll be able to find out. And I'll give it a chance for the folks that are listening as well to get an opportunity because this is going to be might not be right at 5:30, but you will see it around that same time. But until next time, folks, happy Canada's Day again. So I'm wearing red. Happy Independence Day as well to my American folks. And just be kind to yourself. A lot of people are going through some things. I understand all that good stuff, and let's 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 have a killer second half of the year. All right. Till that time. Till next time, folks.
Financial literacy, knowledge is a must. So link the flip boss, watch the result flash, and watch your life change and feel a better cause. You have a business or a plan and want to make it. Yeah, flip and floss, so they want to manifest it. Yeah, and if you want to better manage all your credit, call the boss. Flip and floss, no doubt, then we do it. Yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, boots up your knowledge for your minimal cost. Hey, yeah, flip and floss, money literacy boss. Greatness in our blood because we're working for your cause. Flip and floss, money literacy boss. Yeah, up your knowledge for your minimal cost.